Subaru Impreza WRX STi. Is it a legend already, or is it going to become a legend? Is it worthy of that word? We're going to have a look today and we're going to see. I've had this one now for 18 years. I've been through all the ups and downs that you can with a car, but I want to bring to you the reality of owning a Subaru STi, the pros, the cons, but let's go through a little bit of it, but in lots of detail for you. So if you're thinking about getting one, you can make the right decision. They're not cheap anymore. So that's also what I want to look at. Value for money, drivability, fun factor, all of that. But let's start just with the basics of this actual model. 2004 STi, as I've said already, came to me standard. They came out of the factory with 265 horsepower. This one, done some modifications. In the world of Subaru Imprezas, there's thousands of modifications. And these days, you'll struggle to find two cars the same because people change everything on these. So, in this one, what's been changed? Well, first of all, the engine, standard, but remapped. So now, with the remapping and a straight-through exhaust system, up pipes and down pipes, it's running at about 340 horsepower. And that was done on a test bed. So, I know that's fairly accurate. But when I got to 340, I thought, is that enough? Well, for me, yeah, absolutely. Some people want to get 400. Some people can get 500 horsepower out of these things. But when you're driving these and you open up anything over 300 horsepower, you really, really feel you're driving a bit of a monster. And if you get this wrong, these can bite as well. With that in mind, let's just turn them on, have a listen, see what difference the exhaust that I've got on here makes. The start button we've actually got on this one is actually down here. So, fire her up, go and have a listen to that exhaust. Doesn't sound too bad, does it? But you know what? These things are made for that. This is what the passion is for people about the noise. Now, this being a 2004, as many of you will know, is the 2-litre version. I think most say the best engine they made. Obviously the 2.5 came after that, and then they've got the new engines coming in now. But we are talking about this as a legend, so we've got to stay with the previous years. So 2004, 3, 4, 5 for me, yeah, they're the best. Now, I talked the word legend. These became legend because of the people who drove them. One favourite from many of us, which I've actually got the sticker on the back of the car, was Colin McRae. He made these legendary himself. So, again, are they worth that word for the normal driver on the road? So, let's talk a little bit about drivability of these, because it's all right having all that power and all that noise, but you've got to be able to convert that into having some fun on the road or a normal daily drive. Can it be both? So here we go. Let's have a little drive. Now we're talking about drivability, and the important thing is to understand what you want from a car when you're choosing something. Can you run a daily school run in these? Absolutely. I mean, you can even put baby seats in here. It's got all the fixings for that. Fuel economy when you're doing all that on a Subaru, it's actually not too bad. As long as we're not banging the revs up, you actually get decent fuel economy. It's smooth enough. Now, there's modifications on mine. The suspension is modified. It's got the coilovers, 30 different settings on each shock absorber. But with that in mind, you can soften them. So when you are driving it, you've got almost a normal car feel. So when she's driving along, it's a pleasant drive. There's nothing wrong with it. However, your right foot constantly wants to just go down. And when it goes down, things start to happen. So, this is where they come into their own. And you start to have a lot of fun in these things. And this is what the Subarus were built for. The pure fun drivability. Now we've taken it for a drive, let's just have a little more look into the car itself. Let's look inside first of all while you're here. Now, modifications that I've done inside, fairly basic. Steering wheel, same original steering wheel, but I've done my own little paintwork on it just to make it a bit different. On the gears, I've got the short shift on there. However, I've lengthened it up, so it's a little bit like if you're towards the rally style, but it's got the very quick short shift, which is great for getting through the gears fast. Engine start added on there. So little modifications, but also included, as many do, we've got our dials. Obviously, we've got our turbo pressure, we've got oil temperature and oil pressure. Always nice to see, especially when you've got lots of oil pressure. So, fairly standard apart from that. Scoop on there. I'll be honest, that's purely for show. I love it. I absolutely love it. Obviously, I could put it through into the car. We don't need that. We live in a warm country, so it's nice to use the air conditioning sometimes, but I love the look of it. Obviously, coming down the front, we've got the bonnet pins. Keep it looking like the original Rally. However, for me, I also like the fact that you've got the backup of the pins on the bonnet. So not only have you got the twin release bonnet as normal cars, you've got those as well. So for me, happy days. Obviously, there's one or two stickers you might have noticed on the car. That is a modification I've done myself, added onto it, put some little trim around the front. You can see the red trim around the front as well. So again, just to bring it to what the Subaru STi rally car really looked like. Now, when we come towards the back of the vehicle, you will see vortex generators. I know Subaru themselves actually sell these, different places have them, and they have one that most people put a strip across. These are actually the ones that are used on wagons when they're towing to actually create the vortices correctly. So I wanted the proper things on here so that when we're running at higher speed, we do get the vortex generator here. Therefore, it's going to drag the airflow over that spoiler. And as we all know, these spoilers do work when you're at high speed. But also, I've got the fins inside the spoilers as well. For me, I think it just looks amazing. It just breaks up that one single massive fin and gets those in there looking good for you. So in a way, it's a mixture between looks and usability. Parked on dirt, probably where this is at its best. And taking these down dirt roads, if you're willing to get them filthy dirty, you can have a lot of fun. Do I do it a lot? Not too much. Do I do it sometimes? Absolutely. But one thing I want you to bear in mind, and I talked about the pros and cons of these cars, is you're forever cleaning them. You're forever cleaning the wheels because with these massive Brembo calipers, you get brake dust all over your wheels. So if you like a nice, shiny, clean car all the time, you've got to really work hard to keep it like that. But you know what? What I like to see is these that have been driven and not just used for looking at. So there we go. Let's open the bonnet. Let's have a look underneath here. What a great place to do it. Great views out there. Great views under there. This 2-litre STi engine, I mean, they're just magnificent. And again, you could look under a different one and more or less they'll all look different because people modify them so much. This one, most of the time I've had it standard. I've changed the air intake, I've had it inside the wheel arch, I've had it inside the engine. I've gone back to standard every time because I've had preferred performance from it. It's run better. We're in higher temperatures here where we live. So for me, getting that cool air through what Subaru originally designed works perfectly. Dump valve, most people have them on. That one's got the Turbo Smart. I like a nice, and we all enjoy that. This is what these things are built for having fun, people to hear them, people to see them. And that just adds a little bit to that. So for me, what needs modifying this? Not a lot. Add to it. Add some mapping. Change your exhaust system a little bit. Don't over-modify. There are ones that can be over-modified as well out there. But for me, this gives so much. And already, as we've seen on some of the video, you can open these things up and they really, really do go. Even with just 340 horsepower. But the power to weight ratio on these is great, but the handling of them is incredible. But what this produces, what Subaru gave with this Boxer engine to the world is just one of the best driving experiences. I think it's clear that I love this, absolutely love it. And for me, they're an amazing car. First of all, let me just say the decision I bought this because I wanted a car I could drive and enjoy properly. And with these, you certainly can do that. However, as I mentioned earlier, there's pros and cons. And the pros are the fun, the styling, the looks, the noise, what attention you get from them and how you feel when you're driving them. What are the cons? They need some maintenance constantly. They need TLC. The engine is full of lots of rubber hoses. They perish, they go dry if they're not looked after. You need to change them. You need to constantly be on top of them. The water system, it's good enough to cool this engine, but it's not always good enough if you're really, really driving it hard every single day. So, do you need to modify the cooling system on this? Will it need maintenance? Absolutely. Do we need to be changing the oil and putting the best and most expensive oils in these? Generally, yes. You don't want the cheaper oils, you want the better oils in this. So, normal day-to-day stuff isn't just, I'll drive it and forget about it and service it once a year. Not at all. If you do that, you're going to be in trouble, you're going to be asking for a lot of trouble, and you're going to end up with a big hole where you throw your money into. So, constant TLC on these. Brake pads, you go through them fast. Tyres, they don't last very long if you drive them hard. These are the P0s, the Pirelli P0s. They're great, they've got lots of grip. Already I'm getting ready to change these. The kilometres that they last compared to other cars, it's nothing. So there's a lot going on with that. The bushes underneath, the bushes dry out. They're asked so much when you're driving them hard. So modifying bushes, which people do, they upgrade them. But if you're going to, again, just buy one of these to think, you know what, I've got a great car, it's a sports car, I'm just going to drive it and I won't have any issues. That's not always the case. Remember, these were built for rallying. So they've been built so that everything can come out very quickly, like the engine, and modified. But in that scenario, they're allowing that things will go wrong and will be corrected. This is that kind of car. So please, if you're buying one of these, and bearing in mind where we are in Europe, in Spain, these are 25 to 30,000 now. Have a little bit extra in the bank for the next 12, 24 months going on, because you will need it to keep these in the condition that they deserve. The Subaru Impreza WRX STi. What a mouthful. Or the Scooby, as many people call them. I've talked about a lot, pros, cons, driving it fast, will it drive slow? What maintenance you might need to do, engines. For me, just for what it means to me, 18 years I've had this now, and I love it. And every time I get in it, it feels new to me. And that's so hard to explain, but it's because I'm not just driving a car. I'm driving something that has the potential to take me to the world of rallying, to the world of racing. I know when I go down the street, I'm going to get all the attention from it. It's not me getting it, it's this getting it. And for that reason, I absolutely love it. And for that reason, I personally believe that these are and will become continuously a legend in their own right. And the Subaru Impreza is one of the best, most fun cars ever made for the normal person to have on the road. It's amazing. So guys, listen, thanks for tuning in and checking out my Subaru Impreza STi. We've gone through some things today. There's so much technicalities on these things that you can get it all over the place. What I wanted to give you was my humble, heartfelt opinion on these. If you've enjoyed, please like, subscribe to the channel, and take time to go out there, research, if you're looking to buy a car, of what a real driver's car is. And for me, there ain't nothing better on the road than the Subaru Impreza WRX STi. It's a legend.